This is the ASSA dp4400 or dp11 if you want. The key works. Gonna start by pushing all the sliders down. Okay, and I will start attacking the sidebar. Okay, I'm using heavy tension to force some sliders in the back to bind. Wanna deal with them as soon as possible, because later on they are kinda hard to access. I got something out of the sidebar now. Let's try if I can get something out of the top pins. It's kind of risky in this phase because now is the phase you can overset the barrels if you're not being careful. So don't push it too much if you can, because you can start over if you reset a barrel. Overset a barrel. Okay, I got some nice clicks out of the top, so I'm gonna go back to the sidebar now. See if there's something new binding. Okay. I will click on 9 and 10. It's really easy to lose orientation at this phase. One, two good, three good as well, four good, five, six, I think I'm gonna check if I can get something more of the top, but just make sure nothing more is binding. Okay, back to the top now. Getting some clicks, but it still doesn't feel like it should, to be completely honest. There is still something missing in the sidebar, I think. That's just what I think. I need to check the sidebar again. Okay, number 3. That opened us up. All right, why not? Cool, I'll take it. 5 minutes. Wow, didn't expect this, to be honest. Usually the barrels give me a lot more trouble, but I think I managed to set many of them in when they were not biting that hard in the milling. So that's good. Okay. All right. Let me just undo this C-clip because it's really thick and nasty. Excuse me, I didn't plan this scene beforehand. Okay, this might work. Maybe not. This is so stupid. Sorry. This should be better. Sorry for that. Should be smoother now. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. This is enough. All right. So let's make some space here. Nice. I'm still really surprised how this is not usually how it goes, you know. Okay, so I get this, this. Okay, let's cut this. See what's inside. So there's the sidebar and the springs. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna dump the key-pins now. Now the sliders. And I'll talk about them in just a second because they're kind of special. Just wanna get this gutting done. And there's the last one. There you go, buddy. Good. I'm just gonna leave the core here for now and remove the drivers. There's one. There's two, and the spring. 3. Come on out, buddy. Get out. Good. out. Oh, I found it. That was lucky. 4. What am I doing with my life? It belongs here. Okay, 5. Spring looks like it's already out. And 6. There it is. Nice. So let's take a look at what we have here. Just give you a better view. Okay, so we got 6 standard key pins. We got these half barrels that behave basically picking wise the same like normal barrels, but as you can see on the bottom they are hollow, and that's because the spring can be compressed inside of them, and this is due to the fact that this lock has this format. This was originally a double cylinder and it was connected by this, I don't know, piece of metal that went through here, so it took away from the height of the cylinder, so there was less space for the springs, so they used this format of the barrels that are basically hollow inside, but they pick as normal barrels because there's countermilling, and this countermilling is pretty darn effective. I've picked multiple locks with countermilling, I mean a lot of them, but this has to be the most effective out of them, I'm pretty sure. Partly because this lock is new, but the whole tolerances in this lock were really mean. I mean the main stack tolerances were really tight. Okay, and the most interesting part about this lock is are the side pins. Well, let's just see the sidebar. Doesn't look too special, but there's no bitting on it. It's just it's straight basically. It's not like other levels like in other locks. It's straight and it's kind of sharp, and the sidebar code itself is coded inside of these tiny little guys. You can see that the chambers for the side pins are here. There's 5 of them, and in every single one of them are 2 little like half sliders. This is what it looks like. You see, it's just a half circle, and if you take a closer look, it also has false gates and a through gate. There you can see it. There's the false gates and the through gate, and every single one of these side pins has different lift height basically, so even the 2 that are next to each other, every one of them has different lift height, so you can imagine it's pretty hard to get them set properly without affecting each other. There's one thing I learned during picking this lock, is that although this sidebar looks intimidating, and those side pins, I mean, they kinda, just a second, this is what they look like in the gate and in their chamber, like this. See, they form basically like this structure. This side, this not like full side pin together. Just a second, focus please. There they are, like this. And one thing I learned during picking this lock is that these side pins kinda want to jump into their through gate, because there's a big difference in the depth of the gates. The false gates are shallow and the through gate is pretty deep, so these side pins tend to jump into the correct gate when you lift them. So yeah, it's deceiving to look at them, but to set them is not that hard. I think the hardest part is to find your way inside the keyway and don't get lost, basically. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you later.